It was just clear to me. It was like a clear sign, a clear message that I was alive for a reason because, I could have just died in the accident and it would have been the end of it. But I I got some good advice from a guy that I met, and he owns this multi-million dollar company. And I always ask people who are a little bit ahead of me in life, do you have some advice for a person like me? And he said, I'm gonna tell you the advice that I got. And he said, God told me, love my people. And wow, like that hit me so clear because it was almost like my mission was clear, my vision was clear. It was like, I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to inspire, and I'm here to love the people. Even the people who don't love me back, I love them unconditionally. And it's a tough idea, it's a tough lesson to accept and understand. But like after I had gone through what I went through, it was like so clear. It was like there was nothing else I needed to do. It was like I'm here to serve, God. Like I'm here for a purpose. And if you brought me back in the game, it's like I know my team now, and that's the team that I'm playing on. But to love my people was something so amazing that I got from that guy, because he said, if you find what other people need and want and help them get it, all your needs will be met. He said, if you want to serve me, love my people. And I think that was like so amazing, that advice. Like it's something that I took with me, and I live by that. Like anybody who knows me and speaks to me, like there's a lot of people who talk to me. I'm always constantly trying to see how I could help the other person, how I could, help somebody progress in a certain way, how I can give some advice, connect people with other people. And I feel like we all should be that way. Like I think like that's what this world is for. I think we get caught up in the small stuff, in the ego, in the self, and you don't realize that to get what you want, you have to be out there giving what you want. And that's advice, that's help, that's love, that's peace, that's bringing peace to people. Like even people who don't like you, it's like, I'm not saying go stand there and be like, oh no, I'm hugging trees. And there's people who might not like you, people who feel a certain way about you. They may not know you, or they may know you, or something might have happened in the past. Me, I treat those people still with love. I'm like, you know what? That's one of God's children, because if they're alive and they're here, no matter what game they're playing or what side they're on, that's God's people. He created everything in balance. There's good, there's bad, there's white, there's black, there's yin, there's yang. And I'm a big believer that God doesn't make a mistake, and it's a big balance. Things are never going in one way. Yes, maybe you may be seeing certain things. That just depends on your energy, on your frequency, on what you're feeding yourself, because everything is optional. Everything's a choice these days. You can change your news from what you're seeing now to see something else. You can change your social media from who you're following to who you're not following. Everything can change. You can change everything. There's always a choice. But man, the love my people advice is an advice that I give to anybody out there who's trying to accomplish something big or trying to change something. Always work correctly with the other person. Always treat the other person right, or how you would want to be treated, because it's a big circle and people don't realize it. People think that it's just, oh, I'm doing this and it's for me, and it don't matter about the other person, but yo, it's a big circle. And I think that if you learn to love your people and love everyone around you, even the people that don't like you, I think is a master level of existing in life. To be able to love even your enemies, to be able to understand them and be able to distinguish, and even if you're not close to them, still, wish them the best. Because I do. Even my enemies, I wish them the best. I went through hell. I wouldn't wish what I went through on anybody. But if you have to go through it, it's like I tell people, God has the will. This is not your game. This is your game because you're here to react and choose what you choose to entertain and how you go about what happens to you. But I believe, like there's something called alchemy, and they say it's turning a negative to a positive. And I believe that I've gotten to a point where what happened to me hasn't looked as a negative to me in no way, shape, or form, because what it's doing for the people, and it's me loving the people, me inspiring the people, me giving back to the people, sharing my story. There's a lot of people who reach out to me from all walks of life who are inspired by my story, and I just try to instill in them that they have a purpose, that if they're here, they have a purpose, and that nothing in life is ever punishment. And love your people, man. Love everybody. I'm a big believer, no matter what business you're in, You know, you could be shrewd businessman. You could be the best negotiator, but I'm a big believer that you can also be a great negotiator where everybody is happy. I'm a big believer in everybody being happy, and I think that's how you can love your people better. Yeah, there's times where, you know, I can make a way more than such and such on this deal, but I think that if I could make a little bit more than him maybe, but still make it fair for the next person, it's still a place where I'm loving him because I'm not taking advantage. Because you think that you're taking advantage of somebody, you think you won that negotiation, but what you did is that you brought back that same treatment to you or somebody you love or a family member, and that's not loving your people. You know, love your people, love everybody around you. Understand that everybody's going through something, and understand that this life is a big circle. What you giving out is what you're getting back, and that there's a creator that keeps that in balance. That's where it changes everything for you. That there's a balance. That you think that, oh, I've been good, and sooner or later, the shit catches up to you, you know? So love your people, man. That's the advice that I got from a great person. Me waking up out of my accident, I realized that my job in life, my purpose above a lot of things is to serve the people, is to inspire, is to listen, is to be a asset to my community, be an asset to this world, because we're all neighbors in this world. There's no, oh, I'm living in this country, this country. They created all of that. All these things that they created, color, race, all that, we all stem from two human beings, and we're all connected to one source. There is nothing else. Everything else has been created by man, by ego. Because ego is the one that thinks about itself. Ego says, no, it's me. Ego says, it's about me. I want to be number one. I want to be this. I want to be that. And that's what created countries. That's what created dialects. That's what created religions. That's what created all these things that I feel, in my opinion, separate us instead of uniting us. We're really all here on this planet, and we don't know why we're here. But we know all the divisions in the world that there is. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. But we don't know why we're here. So try to love your people. Try to see the person next door to you as, man, you know what? That's really my neighbor. You don't have to be your direct neighbor. But if I run into somebody in the street, he's my neighbor. We're sharing this land. We're sharing this earth. And yeah, he might not like me, but I don't have to show love, like come out of my way to show love. But in my heart, I don't harness any hate for anybody or for another neighbor on this planet, man. I love my people. And my name is Santiago Brito, man. Thank you for listening today to the I Will Podcast.